Welcome to your stretching exercises for your main breathing muscles and your accessory breathing muscles. So here I'll go through 5 or 6 exercises where you'll link with your breath to stretch these areas, relieve any tension in these areas. Once you get a hang of this, you certainly don't need the video. You can pick and choose different stretches and exercises to do, but this might be a nice one to do in sequence to just get a hang of the exercises and also to identify any areas that you would like to bring more attention to. All of these, for the most part, will be in a seated position. So I am elevated on some pillows, which is nice to create a bit more of a comfortable seat. Maybe you want to sit on your shins. There's also the option to sit on a chair if you like. And so the first thing we'll do is we will get grounded in our space. So we get heavy in our seat, soft in our shoulders, and begin to direct our breath in and out through the nose if possible. Allowing our facial features to soften, maybe our eyes close down. And the first few exercises we will link our breath with our movement. So with our hands on our knees, grounded in our seat. Inhale, we'll bring our chest up and around the front of our space in a semicircle. We got a creaky floor. Exhale, pressing our chest back and around. So we'll do 3 cycles together, one direction to start. Good. Exhale to switch directions. Breathing smooth and steady. This is nice for the chest as well as the abdomen. Even gets into the hips a little bit depending how big the circle is that you're creating. Wonderful. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale, we'll do some seated cat-cows. So we'll focus on the upper chest. And so on the inhale, we're going to roll our shoulders back, lifting our chest up, with the option to lift our gaze up as well. Exhale, we'll do the opposite, tucking our chin, pressing our chest back, rolling our shoulders forward. Inhale, we lift, coming up through the chest, then shoulders, then chin. Exhale, chin, chest, shoulders, press. Do another 3. Good. Exhale, we come back to center. Inhale, we're going to tuck our chin towards our chest, slowly rolling over to the left side, stretching out the right side of our neck. We can stay here for 3 cycles of breath, or we can take our left hand sweeping up and over, having a little weight on our head, emphasis on a little. We're inviting a nice stretch here. We're not trying to strain or force anything to go anywhere. And the right hand can come into the floor and you can press in, and it makes this muscle a bit more active. Really good. Exhale, we'll come back to center, bringing our chin towards our chest, making our way over to the right side. So all the same options apply. You can stay here or sweep your right hand up and over, adding a little bit of weight. Left fingertips press into the ground. Great work. Exhale, we'll come back to center. Inhale, we'll take our right hand towards our left shoulder, left hand towards our right shoulder. We have the option to stay here, elbows kind of coming as close together as they can, or we can wrap our forearms together and our palms meet together. So in yoga, this would be eagle arms that you might be familiar with. And staying grounded in our seat, we're gonna link our breath with our movement. Inhale, we'll lift our elbows up, lifting our fingers, maybe our gaze. Exhale, we'll bring our elbow to our belly button, rounding our shoulders, tucking our chin. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. We'll do another 3 on this side. Good. Our next inhale will unravel, taking a moment to feel the difference. This is a really nice one for our traps, and our traps are quite big, so they kind of come in towards our neck, but they're also around our shoulders, kind of towards our mid-back. So a really, really big muscle here. Making our way to the other side, we're going to take our left hand, bringing it towards our right shoulder, right hand towards our left. Option to stay here, or we can wrap our forearms together. I'll stay here just to show what this one looks like. On the inhale, you'll roll your shoulders back, lifting your elbows up. Good. Exhale, drawing them in towards your belly button. You round the upper shoulders. Good. We're going to do 3 here. Last one. And exhale to unravel. Taking a moment to feel the difference. Good. And now we're going to get into our sternocleidomastoid. Very hard word to say. I probably mispronounced it, but it's these 2 muscles that come from kind of the base of your skull behind your ear all the way through to your collarbone area. And we're going to massage this, and the best way to see it is to turn your head slightly. So we'll start turning it to the right. Then with my left palm, I'm going to put it kind of around my left temple and begin to press into it a bit. And I can start feeling around for where this muscle is as I turn. You guys can probably see it here. And with my right hand, I'm going to grab onto it gently, and my left hand's going to meet. And we're just going to take a few cycles of breath, kind of squeezing it a little bit. And if you feel comfortable with this, emphasis on if, because there's no rush here, you can take it kind of towards the center, squeeze and stretch so that you're lengthening it. So this gets used a lot when we're in a stressful state to kind of lift our upper chest. So it could very well be shortened, tight, so we'll be gentle. We'll do another 2. Awesome. Exhale, coming back to center. You're just taking a moment to feel that. And we'll do the same on the other side. So we'll begin to turn over to the left. Taking our right palm, we'll put it towards our right temple and begin to press in and turn to identify our sternocleidomastoid. Good. So I'll take my left hand, and once I find it, I'll squeeze gently, and right is going to meet. And we're just going to work our way up and down, little gentle squeezes. And if it feels good, you can begin to kind of squeeze towards the center and lengthen. Breathing smooth and steady, we'll do another 3. Very good. We'll come back to center, notice the difference. The next exercise is going to be getting into our upper chest, our pecs. And so for this, we'll start with our right hand, and we're going to lift it around shoulder width height in front of our space. So here we have our palm facing down. I'm going to have my left hand on my chest just for a little bit of feedback. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this right hand as far back as I can without flaring my ribs, so I'll still stay nice and grounded. And I'm going to be turning my palm facing up. as I do so. So as I go to the back, I'm turning it up. I can feel it right here. See how my ribs tend to flare? Totally normal. Exhale as I come back to my starting point, palm is facing down. So we'll do 3. Last one. Very good. Come back to center. You can feel a really big difference already. That's really nice. Left hand comes to left shoulder height. And I'll take my right hand and place it on my chest just so that I have a bit of feedback as I engage and lengthen the muscle. So exhale, this is our starting point. Inhale, I'll begin to turn my palm facing up, sending it towards the back, still staying tucked in my ribs. Exhale, come back to center, palm facing down. We'll do another 3. Last one. Good. Good. Release. 2 more exercises together. Next, we're going to be getting into our internal and external costal muscles. So these are the muscles that innervate our ribs, that help them flare up and out, as well as kind of draw in and down. So we'll stay heavy in our seat. We'll lift our right arm overhead. And you can see I have my palm facing down, so I have my shoulders turned internally. Good. And exhale, I'm going to begin to tip over to the left side as much as I can before my right hip starts to kind of creep up. So I'm still pretty even in my seat. It's not going to be a huge bend, but you're going to feel it in your ribs, and you'll take your left hand and place it on your ribs. And so on my inhale, I'm going to send all my breath to the right side, feeling that lifting up and out. And on the exhale, gently with my left hand, I'm going to draw my ribs in and down. So it's going to kind of, you see the difference here? So inhale, I'm going to lift up and out. Exhale, gently drawing in and down. So we'll do another 2. Super good. We'll come back to center on the exhale and make our way to the other side. So same thing, we're going to have our left arm up and we're going to have this palm facing down. We'll tip over to the right side, staying grounded in our seat, and our right hand comes into our ribs. Inhale, you'll feel that lifting up and out. Exhale, gently draw in and down. Up and out on the inhale, sending it all the way to the left side. Exhale, down towards the center. I'm going to do 2 more like this. Good. Coming back to center. Really like this one. It's a nice one to get the breath and the muscles to really synchronize together and your brain on board. It's one of my favorites. The last one we'll do together is for our hip flexors. And this is often overlooked when it comes to breathing, but essentially our hip flexors come into our abdomen, right? So as we inhale and we allow our core to expand so that the diaphragm can really come down and flatten, it's important that our hip flexors are also able to allow this expansion to occur. So if we have tight hips, it can restrict the belly's ability to expand as we inhale. So we'll have our knees on the mat, knees bent, feet on the mat, knees bent, and you can stay elevated in your hips or you can come off it, and you'll have your hands just behind your hips. And we'll do some windshield wipers. So on the inhale, we'll bring our knees over to the left. Nice big inhale here. Exhale off to the right. Inhale, making our way to the right. Exhale back to center. So we'll do this for another 3, and you can linger anywhere if you like. So if you want to pause on one side and take a couple cycles of breath, you can. I know people that like to do this on their forearms, or they like to do this completely reclined on their back. That's also an option. Good. Exhale, come back to center. And so these are all of the exercises to help with your breathing. Again, I encourage you to do nose breathing and to do it really smooth and steady, seeing if you can extend both your inhale and your exhale. And once you get a hang of this, you can pick and choose a couple and do them at your own pace. So really, really great work, guys. And thank you so much for your practice.